In today's DIY, we'll be making beaded crystal trumpet vase centerpieces, and we're also making kissing flower balls. Okay, and I made two variations, and I used Dollar Tree items. Dollar Tree candle holder, Dollar Tree cones, and foam balls and crystal garlands. That's all, guys, so let's begin. So first you want to take your cone and cut that extra lip off. We won't be needing that piece. And I'm just using my scissors to do that. Then I'm going to take my cone outside and I'll spray paint it with my metallic aluminum spray paint. And that's Rust-Oleum spray paint. And I'm just giving it 3 light coats. So you just want to go ahead and spray paint all your pieces. I'm doing 2 sets. I'm doing a gray and I'm doing a white. I was out of white spray paint, so I spray painted the candle holder, but I'm using my acrylic paint to paint the cone. And then I'll be going over both white pieces with my metallic pearl. And you just want to make sure that you use spray paint so you can avoid the lines from the brush strokes. The spray painted pieces are very nice and clean, and this candle holder, I use a spray paint on that one and it came out so nice with the pearl paint on top of it. So I'll have a slightly different tone because I'm using acrylic and spray paint. I cut a small piece off of this cone so it can sit directly on the edge of the candle holder, but I didn't do that for the second one, so you can choose which one you prefer. So I'll be using this rhinestone chain and I'll just cut 5-inch pieces to add a glam design to my centerpiece. So since my DIY is just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to be using hot glue. But make sure that you go ahead and use your strong adhesive, okay, like your E6000 or anything stronger. So I cut 2 sets of my rhinestone chain. I have 2.5 inch and 5 inches. So I'm just going to use my hot glue and I'll just attach them by the ends. Thanks for watching today, guys. While you're here, please consider watching these other beautiful DIY centerpieces on my channel. To make my design pop a little bit more, I am going to be attaching larger pieces of rhinestones, and I'll just cut them into single pieces and I'll attach each piece to each end of my staggered chain. And I'll also add some in random areas. So let's put that aside and we'll start to work on our flower ball. I'll be using just a regular large ball. I think it's 8 inches, so you'll need a foam ball which is 8 inches. And these are the flowers that I'll be using. So now I'll just place my vase on top of my foam ball and I'll just use my pencil to trace the lines so I can have a guide to where I need to put my flowers. And for my flowers, I'll be using foam roses and I'll just use my hot glue to attach them. I'll have a full list of all the items I'm using in the description box below along with the links in case you'd like to buy them. So I'm just adding my roses, going right along that line, and I'm just overlapping just a little bit. And I don't want to put my roses too close, just close enough so it can hide my ball. And you could glue these on the cone if you'd like. So now I'll just continue to add my roses and I'll make sure to place it between the first two so they won't be in a straight line. So I showed you in previous video how you can use the Dollar Tree bowls to make the flower ball. So it could work, but it wouldn't be as large as this one. So I'm all done with attaching my roses. So I'll just go ahead and stick little pieces of my dusty miller between in random spots. You can use your hot glue to hold it down. So let's attach our vase to the base. I'll be using hot glue, but make sure you use a construction adhesive, okay? You just want to set it right in there and make sure it's lined up properly. I'm going to be using one row of my rhinestone chain, and I'll just go around the base just to hide the imperfections on the base. So let's work on this gray vase. I'm just going to stick the cone directly into the candle holder. I actually think this way is stronger, it will give you a better hold. And I'm also going around the base with my rhinestone chain. To decorate this vase, I'll be using crystal garland. This is where you would use your greening pins, and you would stick your greening pins between the jump rings and just stick it in your foam ball. But because I'm not using a foam ball, I'm not able to do that. So I'm just sticking my jump ring on the edges of my vase. And I'm just making two loops, one bigger than the other. I think that looks nice. And you could also add the same hoops on the other side. And that's it, guys. We're all done with these two beautiful elegant wedding centerpieces. Let me know if you have a favorite. Which one is your favorite? If you do, I'd like to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next Friday. Bye bye.